So no ban announcement today, of course, which kind of makes sense. It was the emergency ban window. Did a video on that. Go check that out. What I think should be banned and so on and so forth. But what they did announce today, which is a very, very big change, was a change to booster packs. We saw the advent of set boosters. They wanted a booster pack that was more fun to open. For players who are just opening a pack and not looking to draft with it or play seal with it, set boosters have, an art card in it and then like a list card sometimes. More of a pack opening, experience. You can get up to 4 rares, yada, yada, yada. And I will say that they have achieved that task. If you're going to open booster packs just to get cards and not play limited, opening set boosters makes more sense. They're just more EV. That makes sense, sure. But it did make things kind of complicated, right? Because now we have the draft boosters, which are just, used to be just called booster packs, and now they're called draft boosters. And now you have these set boosters, which are more desirable, and the one they kind of want to sell more of costs a little more. But now you have this balance of like, well, I'm a store, which one do I order? Do I have enough of these? And it's just kind of awkward, realistically, to have 2 different types of magic packs, Grandma goes to the store to buy little Timmy a pack of Wilds of Eldraine, and they say, you want a set booster or a draft booster? And Grandma goes, I'm gonna go buy a Lego set instead, So kind of makes sense to want to centralize it, but now it's going to be a little weirder for limited. So they're going to be making boosters now called play boosters, which are going to be the generic booster pack, the only booster pack available. Going to be sort of a merger of draft boosters and set boosters, where you're going to have like your booster fun list possible card or your extra, foil, whatever slot and so on and so forth, but designed to be draftable also. Viewers who hit that like button are more likely to open a list card in every play pack they open. So obviously draft boosters need to be just random like they should be, but the problem is there aren't many commons in set boosters. There are only 6 or 7 commons. They're going to be changing the boosters up a little bit. We're going to see you see the layout here of what's going to be in them. We see slots 1 through 6 are going to be commons, so many less commons than a usual booster pack, which can affect limited a lot. Slot 7 is a list card or a common card. They're shrinking the list down. It used to be like 400 cards, now it's gonna be like 40 cards. I assume the list card is meant to be able to be played in limited, which is kind of weird because the old list cards were really, really obtuse. They're gonna curate it down to more desirable cards and only 40-ish, so it might be more like a kind of a Strixhaven Mystical Archive kind of thing. Then we have the uncommons, so 3 uncommons, that's the same as a regular booster pack. We have a rare slot or a mythic rare slot, also the same as a booster pack. Basic land slot, as usual as well. And then we have slot 13 here is a non-foil wild card. It can just be anything. It could be a rare, common, uncommon, or mythic. Then we have a foil wild card, which could also be a rare, common, uncommon, or mythic. We see this in the sets like March of the Machines, which had the flip cards as well as the Mystical Archive cards. So you could open a 3-rare pack in theory. You could open up a rare battle, a rare regular rare, and then a rare Ragavan on the sheet, which is kind of crazy, honestly. It's a very, very powerful format, kind of wild in that respect. We're seeing more of that basically here with just these regular packs in every set from now on, which means there'll be more rares than limited, but they have said very, very clearly they plan on balancing limited around this new setup here. So the skies is not falling. They obviously know what's going on here, and they've been doing this for a long time, but it's gonna be different. It's gonna be interesting to see how it's gonna work out. The biggest thing for me is seeing less commons, because commons are like the backbone of limited, obviously. Although these days it's been a little weirder because back in the day, the common slot, there were some real stinkers. Chimney Imp, Break Open, just cards that were literally never playable under any circumstance ever. So you were often like scrapping your playables because 15% of all the cards in the packs were unplayable. We don't see that these days. In Modern Day Magic, even your last card in the booster is almost always playable. You don't want to play them, but they are playable. So you don't really need those last few commons, I guess, but we'll see once they're rares, your decks get more powerful. We're not really sure. It's a big change, honestly, and I think it's gonna be very interesting to see. It's not a doom, sky is falling kind of thing, as a person who's played a lot of limited, in the past, and then recently with my Bronze to Mythic show, limited's always a Pro Tour thing as well. So gotta be interesting to see how this all shakes out. They're starting this with the Murders at Kharkov Manor coming out in a few sets down the line, so it's not going to be for the Ixalan set coming out soon. Honestly, they've been planning this for a while, and I think they have a pretty good plan for it. I would hope so. We'll see. Kind of crazy, kind of cool. Let me know what you think in the comments. All right, is this going to ruin limited? Is it going to be good for limited? I don't know. We're going to find out. All right, I'm Ian Davis, Pro Magic player, full-time content creator. Like, comment, subscribe, hit all the buttons. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you on Bronze to Mythic.